Have you ever longed to escape the bustling noise of the city, immerse yourself in pristine nature and explore unique cultures? Indonesia, famously known as the land of 1,000 islands, offers encounters with rare wildlife and lush vegetation. The country also boasts majestic volcanoes that spew white smoke, creating impressive and awe-inspiring scenes. Indonesia is home to over 300 ethnic minority groups, each with distinct customs, traditions, and arts. You can immerse yourself in strange festivals like the Intimacy Festival with strangers, enjoy bizarre foods like grilled snake meat, and experience vibrant nightlife. However, be cautious when living in Indonesia because there are laws prohibiting premarital intimacy or cohabitation. Let's explore the 18 most peculiar things about Indonesia together. Number 19, the Intimacy Festival with strangers. One of the world's strangest festivals is the Pond Festival, known as the Intimacy Festival with strangers. Regardless of whether the participants are married, the belief is that this will bring good luck from the gods. Held 7 times a year, the Pond Festival attracts thousands of pilgrims and tourists to the Gunung Kukus temple on the sacred mountain in Java. Participants in the Pond Festival must bathe in spring water to purify their bodies, then find a stranger to be intimate with, who must not be their spouse, to receive blessings and good luck from the gods. They must be intimate with the same person 7 times in a row. Therefore, they exchange phone numbers and addresses to complete the ritual over 35 days. Most participants are business owners who believe this practice will bring prosperity and success to their ventures. Due to this peculiar custom, Gunung Kukus is also called the Hill of Love, centered around a Muslim temple on the mountain's peak. Here, men and women from various professions, regardless of marital status, participate to seek luck and wealth. What do you think about this strange festival? Leave a comment below. Number 18. Nightlife in Indonesia. Overall, nightlife in Jakarta is rated as high-quality entertainment, offering tourists enjoyable experiences, especially in prominent bars and nightclubs like Blowfish and Dragonfly. A less typical aspect of nightlife at tourist hotspots involves prostitution and red light districts. Legally, prostitution in Indonesia is considered a crime against decency or morality. Indonesian authorities have launched several campaigns since 2019 to eradicate all red light districts. Jakarta once had the infamous prostitution hub KH Jodo, which is now officially closed. However, prostitution continues in new forms, such as online dating or undercover in nightclubs and strip clubs, etc. According to Girl Chev, Jakarta still has 3 main red light districts: Jalan Fatan in Block M, South Jakarta, Mayai, also known as Little Tokyo, also in Block M, and Jalan Pandaran Gata in North Jakarta, which continues to attract sex tourists. Number 17. The strange custom of living with the dead in Indonesia. In the Taja region on the remote island of Soloi, there exists a unique funeral custom known as living with the dead. The Taja people believe death is merely a transition to another world, and the dead continue to be present in their lives. Therefore, instead of immediate burial, they keep the bodies of their deceased relatives at home for weeks, months, or even years. The corpses are embalmed with formalin and herbs, placed in coffins adorned with fabrics, jewelry, and valuable items. These coffins are kept at home or in caves, and family members regularly visit, talk to, and bring food and gifts to the deceased. Annually, the Taja hold the Rambo Solo Festival, an elaborate and costly funeral ritual to send off the dead to the afterlife. During the festival, the coffins are opened, the bodies are bathed, dressed in new clothes, and paraded around the village. Afterwards, the bodies are returned to their coffins and buried in caves or family tombs. The Taja's living with the dead custom may seem eerie and hard to understand for many, but it is an integral part of their culture and beliefs, showing respect for the deceased and faith in the afterlife. Number 16. Ban on premarital intimacy and cohabitation. Despite such liberal festivals, the Indonesian Criminal Code prohibits extramarital intimacy and cohabitation. Those engaging in extramarital affairs can be sentenced to 1 year in prison, while unmarried couples living together can face 6 months in jail. The new law, applicable to both Indonesians and foreigners residing in the country, also bans cohabitation among unmarried couples. According to CNN, the law has been passed by Indonesian parliamentarians, but will not take effect for 3 years to allow time for drafting implementation regulations. Abortion remains illegal in the country. Punishment for adultery is only enforced if complaints are filed with the authorities. For married individuals, the spouse has the right to file a complaint. Strict regulations on sexual activity and relationships are not new. In some regions of Indonesia, AE province, with a predominantly Muslim population, enforces Sharia law, allowing public caning for offenses such as gambling, adultery, alcohol consumption, and homosexual activities. Public caning has become more common in recent years, with some individuals collapsing from the pain. In a 2021 incident, 2 were publicly caned 77 times after neighbors reported them for homosexual activity. In another case, a woman and a man were each caned 20 times for being caught together. In early 2022, a woman was publicly caned 100 times for adultery. What do you think about these regulations in Indonesia? Leave your comments below. Number 15. No drinking alcohol in Indonesia. Indonesia, a Southeast Asian country with the world's largest Muslim population, has specific regulations and restrictions regarding the use and sale of alcoholic beverages. Understanding these rules is crucial for tourists and foreigners living in the country. Most of Indonesia's population practices Islam, and Sharia law plays a significant role in shaping social regulations. Under Sharia law, the consumption of alcohol is prohibited. As a result, the use of alcoholic beverages in public places is often restricted or entirely banned. Alcohol is only sold in certain locations, such as licensed liquor stores, hotels, and tourist resorts. Buyers must have valid identification and may be limited in the amount of alcohol they can purchase. Drinking alcohol in public places, including beaches, parks, and public transportation, is usually prohibited or restricted. Tourists should be careful and respect local culture by avoiding the consumption of alcoholic beverages in these areas. Number 14. Keeping distance from women. Indonesia is a culturally and religiously diverse country, so tourists should be aware of local customs to avoid misunderstandings. One important thing to remember is to maintain an appropriate distance from women, especially in areas with a strong Islamic influence. Due to the influence of Islam, Indonesian men are advised to respect and keep their distance from women. Intimate behaviors typical of Western cultures, such as holding hands or kissing on the cheek, should be avoided here. When you meet older women, they will extend their hand for you to lightly hold, and then bring to your forehead. If you are not at the home of acquaintances, unmarried couples should stay separately or inform the hotel owner of their relationship to avoid being detained. Instead of initiating a handshake with women, smile and nod in greeting. If an Indonesian woman extends her hand, shake it gently with your right hand. In conversations, avoid prolonged direct eye contact with women, especially younger women, as this can be considered disrespectful or rude. Tourists should also dress modestly, covering their shoulders and knees when visiting religious sites or conservative areas. Avoid wearing overly revealing clothing, particularly for women. Additionally, intimate gestures such as hugging, kissing on the cheek, or putting an arm around a woman's shoulder should be avoided unless she is a close friend or relative. Number 13. Indonesia is home to the Komodo dragon. Indonesia, the world's largest archipelago, is not only famous for its pristine tropical islands and diverse culture, but also proudly hosts the unique giant lizard, the Komodo dragon. Primarily residing on the islands of Komodo Rinca, Flores, and Gilmotang, the Komodo dragon is the largest lizard species still existing on Earth, with lengths reaching up to 3 meters and weights up to 150 kilograms. This reptile has a fierce appearance, with thick scaly skin, sharp teeth, and agile movements. The Komodo dragon is an apex predator in its ecosystem, capable of hunting a variety of prey from deer, wild boar, and water buffalo, to even older buffalo and zebras. Its venom can paralyze and kill prey within a few hours. Notably, the Komodo dragon is quite dangerous because it is a carnivore and can potentially eat a human. The Komodo National Park is a popular tourist destination that attracts visitors from around the world to observe and learn about these giant lizards. Visitors can join adventurous tours to trek through the forest, explore caves, and observe Komodo dragons in their natural habitat. Although the number of Komodo dragons has significantly increased compared to before, they are still classified as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List. Therefore, conserving and protecting the Komodo dragon's habitat is extremely important. What do you think about the world's largest lizard, the Komodo dragon? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Number 12. The mysterious blue-eyed tribe in Indonesia. On the beautiful island of Buton in Indonesia, hidden among vast tropical forests and majestic mountains, there is a peculiar tribe with sky blue eyes. They are known as the Buton people, and the story behind their striking blue eyes intrigues tourists and scientists alike. Research indicates that the reason for the Buton people's blue eyes is due to Waardenburg syndrome, a rare genetic disorder. This syndrome affects the pigmentation of the skin, eyes and hair, resulting in blue or gray-blue eyes and sometimes white or light blonde hair. The rare Waardenburg syndrome does not significantly impact the health of the Buton people. They live normal lives like everyone else, engaging in agriculture, fishing, and maintaining their unique cultural traditions. The blue eyes of the Buton people have become a distinctive symbol, attracting tourists from around the world to Buton Island. Visitors come not only to admire the island's pristine natural beauty, but also to explore the mystery of the blue-eyed tribe and learn about their unique culture. However, since Waardenburg syndrome is hereditary, the number of Buton people with blue eyes is gradually decreasing. Currently, only a few children in the tribe possess these blue eyes, thus preserving and maintaining the unique beauty of the Buton people is of utmost importance. The blue-eyed tribe in Indonesia is a testament to the diversity and wonder of the natural world. Their story serves as a reminder of the importance of preserving culture and maintaining unique traditional values. Number 11. Unusual and strange cuisine. Indonesia's culinary culture always fascinates visitors. The country's dishes immediately remind tourists of the rich diversity of Indonesia's culture. This diversity is not only in the cooking methods but also in how the dishes are enjoyed. Spices are one of the most crucial elements in food preparation in Indonesia. Spices can even help create new dishes with unique flavors. Alongside delicious and appealing dishes, there are also some that visitors describe as bizarre due to their unique ingredients and preparation methods. For instance, some people on the island of Java enjoy eating satay biawak, which is grilled monitor lizard meat. The lizard is skewered and grilled until charred, then covered in a deliciously spicy peanut sauce. It is believed that this reptile is good for treating skin rashes and asthma. In northern Sulawesi, locals enjoy hunting wild bats and cooking them into a dish called paniki. Bats are typically cooked with coconut milk, chili, and various strong spices to eliminate their distinctive odor. Fried or skewered bats are popular among locals who believe they can cure asthma and allergies. When traveling to eastern Indonesia, such as Maluku or Papua, remember to try sago worms or ulat sagu. This dish is made from larvae found in sago palm trees or coconut trees. Locals often prefer eating them raw, but if you're hesitant, you can try them grilled or boiled. Spicy fish sauce is a common accompaniment for this dish. Snake skewers are another culinary adventure you should try when walking through the bustling streets of Jakarta. Street vendors use cobra meat to make these skewers. They are usually served with shallots, sweet soy sauce, and spicy peanut sauce. Don't forget to sip some traditional arak with a dash of snake blood and honey. Indonesian men believe this combination can enhance sexual desire. Although these dishes might shock visitors due to their unique ingredients and preparation methods, they are an integral part of Indonesia's culinary culture. If you have the opportunity to visit, try these dishes to experience their unique flavors and gain deeper insight into Indonesian culture. Would you like to try these dishes? Leave your comments below. Number 10. 1/3 of Indonesian women face abuse. A nationwide survey conducted by the Indonesian government on violence against women reveals that 33% of women aged 15 to 64 face abuse in their lives. Violence most commonly occurs against women with higher education levels and those living in urban areas. Data from Indonesian authorities indicate that, in 2018, the highest amount of violence against women occurred within households. Results from an independent survey published by an alliance of women's rights advocacy groups show that Indonesian women also frequently face harassment in public areas, including streets, public transportation, workplaces, and educational institutions. The survey involved 62,000 participants from various regions across the country. More than 60% of women in Indonesia have experienced verbal harassment, and over half faced harassment before the age of 16. Number 9. The strange volcano sacrifice ceremony in Indonesia. On the majestic Mount Bromo in East Java, Indonesia, an unusual and intriguing ceremony attracts tourists from around the world. the Yajna Kasada festival, organized by the Hindu Tengger people. This festival is a blend of ancient beliefs and gratitude for the power of nature. The Yajna Kasada festival originates from the legend of Roro Anteng and Joko Sager, a royal couple who were childless. They prayed to the volcano god Bromo for a child and were promised 25 children. However, after the birth of their 25th child Kasuma, they regretted it and tried to evade their promise. The volcano god, in anger, punished them with a violent eruption. To appease the god and seek prosperity, the Tengger people began the annual sacrifice ritual on the full moon day of June. During the Yajna Kasada festival, the Tengger people travel from villages at the mountain's base to the summit of Bromo, bringing offerings such as fruits, flowers, vegetables, and even livestock. Upon arrival, they gather around the bubbling crater and throw their offerings into the deep pit as a sacrifice to the gods. Additionally, some individuals collect the offerings using nets to gather what they can. The Yajna Kasada festival reflects the Tengger people's gratitude to Mount Bromo, the deity they believe brings life and prosperity. The sacrificial ritual also serves as a prayer for bountiful harvests, good health, and peace for the community. And number 8. The online begging trend in Indonesia. The phenomenon of online begging is becoming increasingly popular on social media, particularly on TikTok, sparking much controversy and concern among the public. This form of online begging typically uses images and videos of the elderly, children, or disabled individuals in difficult situations, accompanied by pleas for viewers' compassion to donate money. However, in many cases the donated money does not reach those in need, but is instead exploited by individuals or organizations for personal gain. Instead of wandering the streets for a few coins or a meal, begging on TikTok seems much simpler. They just need to record videos performing pitiful acts, post them on a popular social media platform, and watch the money flow into their accounts. A common trend among beggars, especially elderly women, is to appeal to viewers' generosity by pouring mud over themselves. This mud bathing seems to generate considerable profits. Unfortunately for these beggars, the government has cracked down on this type of content, requiring platforms to remove mudbath videos. Online begging turns vulnerable people into money-making tools for unscrupulous individuals. Their image and health are exploited to elicit community sympathy and obtain donations. The difficulty in controlling and distinguishing between genuine cases of need and scams leaves the public confused and mistrustful of charitable activities. Number 7. Indonesia is the largest archipelagic country in the world. Indonesia's nickname as an archipelago nation stems from its geographical location and terrain. When considering only the land area, Indonesia is the 14th largest country in the world. However, including its maritime area, it ranks as the 7th largest. Traveling in Indonesia, you'll witness thousands of beautiful and dreamy islands. However, no one has been able to provide an exact count of Indonesia's islands, as some smaller islands are submerged during high tide. Indonesia boasts diverse terrains from majestic volcanoes and vast tropical rainforests to pristine beaches and scorching deserts. This makes it an ideal destination for nature enthusiasts and outdoor activities like mountain climbing, trekking, and scuba diving. Previously, the Indonesian government declared that the country has 17,754 islands. However, a 3-year survey conducted by an Indonesian organization found only 13,466 islands. The CIA estimates Indonesia has 17,508 islands, while the National Aeronautics and Space Institute reported 18,307 islands in 2002. One interesting experience when traveling in Indonesia is the exposure to different languages, cuisines, and cultures with just a short trip from one island to another. Indonesia's rich culture makes the country a melting pot of various cultures, creating a unique and diverse cultural identity. Each island and ethnic group offers distinct customs, traditional festivals, and cuisine, making it an irresistibly attractive destination for tourists. Number 6. Headscarves are an indispensable item for Indonesians. In Indonesia, headscarves are not just fashion accessories but also hold deep cultural and religious significance. For Indonesian women, headscarves are an essential part of daily attire, representing their cultural identity and religious beliefs. The hijab is the most common headscarf worn by Muslim women in Indonesia. Made from chiffon, silk, or soft cotton, hijabs come in various colors and styles. Indonesian Muslim women wear hijabs to cover their hair, neck, and chest, demonstrating their reverence for Allah and adherence to Islamic teachings. In some religions in Indonesia, such as Islam and Hinduism, not wearing a headscarf or hat during ceremonies is seen as a sign of respect and humility before deities and elders. Besides wearing hijabs, women who wear them often avoid overt displays of affection. For instance, they might evade intimate gestures, especially hugs from men. This is viewed as part of maintaining respect and preserving dignity between genders. Instead, they prefer to communicate politely and with boundaries, maintaining cultural distance and respecting personal space. Number 5. The man who married 88 times. According to Tribal News, Khan is a 61-year-old farmer from Malena in West Java, Indonesia. He has no family or relatives living with him in the local village of Sipian. Khan's parents are believed to have passed away and his only sister lives in Bandung with her husband. Khan gained fame after sharing his story with a YouTuber. The video quickly went viral and caught the attention of several newspapers. Initially reluctant to give interviews, Khan eventually changed his mind due to persistent inquiries from reporters. Out of his 87 marriages, only 40 were registered with the Office of Religious Affairs, while the others were marked by traditional ceremonies. Khan did not divorce his previous wives before marrying again, as some wives did not want to divorce. Consequently, at times Khan had more than 2 wives simultaneously. Despite being married 87 times, Khan only married 46 women, as some remarried him 3 or 4 times. It is unclear how many children Khan has from his marriages. His longest marriage lasted 14 years, while others lasted just 1 or 2 months or even just a week. He first married at age 14 to a girl 2 years older. When asked why he married every new woman he liked, Khan said it was out of respect for them and not wanting them to feel like casual lovers. Therefore, even if the relationship lasted just a month or even a week, he always married them. What do you think about this man? Leave your comments below. Number 4. Indonesia is home to over 100 endangered animal species. Indonesia is a haven for increasingly rare, exotic, and beautiful animals that are reaching critically endangered levels. These animals include the Sumatran tiger, Sumatran rhinoceros, Komodo dragon, orangutan, and anoa, the world's smallest buffalo, the beautiful male peacock, sea turtles, and the Tarsius tarsier. Astonishingly, while Indonesia occupies only 1% of the Earth's land area, its rainforests are home to 10% of the world's known plant species, 12% of all mammal species, and 17% of all known bird species. However, this natural treasure is under severe threat from human activities. Over 100 animal species in Indonesia are on the brink of extinction, sounding an alarm for a biodiversity conservation crisis. One of the main reasons for this situation is habitat loss. Deforestation, resource extraction, and urban development have destroyed many animals' living spaces. As forests are cut down, animals lose their sources of food, shelter, and breeding grounds. Poaching is also a significant threat to many of Indonesia's wildlife species. Many animals are hunted for their meat, skin, horns, or as pets. Illegal wildlife trade also fuels poaching, pushing species towards extinction. Additionally, climate change negatively impacts Indonesia's biodiversity. Rising sea levels, changing rainfall patterns, and extreme weather events threaten the habitats of many animal species. The extinction of these animals would have severe consequences for ecosystems and humans. Loss of biodiversity can lead to ecological imbalances affecting water quality, soil, and climate. Humans would also lose valuable natural resources and the cultural and tourism values associated with wildlife. Number 3. Indonesia is home to the world's largest flower. Hidden within the lush tropical rainforests of Indonesia is the unique and extraordinary, also known as the corpse flower. Renowned for its enormous size and pungent odor, is one of the most remarkable flowers on the planet, making Indonesia the home of the largest flower in the world. Is not a typical plant. It is parasitic, lacking roots, stems, leaves, or any photosynthetic structures. Instead, it attaches to a host plant to obtain water and nutrients. When mature, can bloom into massive flowers up to 1 meter in diameter, weighing up to 11 kilograms. This flower has a strange beauty, attracting attention with its thick, rough petals in bright colors, usually reddish-purple or brown with white spots. However, is even more famous for its strong, unpleasant odor reminiscent of rotting flesh. This scent is crucial for attracting flies and beetles, which are important pollinators for the flower. Unfortunately, due to habitat loss and exploitation, is threatened with extinction. Conserving this flower is crucial not only for its unique beauty, but also for its scientific and ecological value, plays an important role in the tropical rainforest ecosystem and is a valuable resource for scientific research. Number 2, this archipelagic country is the best place to see orangutans. Besides Malaysia's Borneo, other places to see orangutans in the world include Sumatra and the Indonesian part of Borneo. There are 3 species of orangutans: Bornean orangutans, Sumatran orangutans, and Tapanuli orangutans. When visiting Indonesia's Borneo, the best national parks to visit include Tanjung Puding National Park, Kayan Mentarang National Park, and Gunung Palung National Park. All these national parks are located in Indonesia's Borneo region, and are excellent for observing orangutans. Over 3/4 of the world's orangutan population lives in the forests of Indonesia's Borneo, making it a crucial habitat for these incredible creatures. To see the other 2 orangutan species, you need to visit the island of Sumatra. Gunung Leuser National Park is the best option for seeing Sumatran orangutans, as there are many different trails, but you will need to hire a guide to take you. Tapanuli orangutans can only be found in the South Tapanuli region of Sumatra, in a very small territory south of Lake Toba. Compared to other areas in Southeast Asia, Borneo has fewer predators of orangutans. This helps minimize the risk of attacks and contributes to the safety of these apes. Number 1, the land of majestic volcanoes. Indonesia, the world's largest archipelago, is known as the Pacific Ring of Fire because it has the highest density of volcanoes on the planet. With over 400 active volcanoes, Indonesia far surpasses any other country, creating a magnificent and impressive natural landscape. Whenever volcanoes are mentioned, Indonesia stands out with 127 active volcanoes, some of which frequently erupt. The dense distribution of volcanoes in Indonesia is due to its unique geographical position. Situated on the Pacific Ring of Fire, where tectonic plates collide and compress, Indonesia continuously experiences intense geological activity. As a result, hot magma from within the Earth easily rises to the surface, forming numerous majestic volcanoes. Indonesia boasts many famous volcanoes that attract tourists from around the world. The most notable is Krakatoa, with its catastrophic eruption in 1883, which created tsunamis up to 40 meters high, killing over 36,000 people. Mount Merapi is one of Indonesia's most active volcanoes, frequently erupting with ash and lava, posing a danger to local residents. However, Merapi also attracts adventurous tourists with its spectacular and unique scenery. Mount Bromo is a picturesque volcano with a massive crater and an emerald green lake. It is an ideal destination for tourists to watch the sunrise and experience the wild, majestic natural landscape. Volcanoes in Indonesia provide both benefits and challenges for humans. Volcanic activity supplies abundant mineral resources, supporting agricultural and tourism development. However, volcanoes also pose eruption risks, causing damage to people and property. So we have explored the 18 most fascinating facts about Indonesia. What do you think of this country? And would you like to visit Indonesia to experience it yourself? Is there any other topic you want us to cover? Please remember to comment and share your thoughts. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest videos. See you in the next videos.